Hello viewers, I am Deepthi. In continuation with the series of important numericals for class 10 ICSE, today I am going to cover numericals based on calorimetry, which are very important from examination point of view. Our first numerical is a copper calorimeter of mass 10 gram is taken and 100 gram of water at 30 degrees Celsius is put into it. Then a piece of ice of mass 10 gram at 0 degrees Celsius is now put into this water. After the ice piece has melted completely, the final temperature of the mixture is found to be 20 degrees Celsius. It is given that the specific heat capacity of water and copper are 4.2 and 0.4 respectively. Find in first part total mass of water in the calorimeter at 20 degrees Celsius. And then quantity of heat released by water and calorimeter. And then third, heat gained by ice on melting. And fourth, value of specific latent heat of fusion of ice. In 4 parts, we will get 4 marks if these type of numerical come in examination. So, in the first part, we need to draw columns separately for calorimeter. For calorimeter, mass is given as 10 gram and C is given as 0.4 joule per gram degree Celsius. Water. Then next is water. For water, mass is given as 100 gram and then temperature is given as 30 degrees Celsius and C is given as 4.2 joule per gram degree Celsius. Next, ice is also given and the mass of ice is given as 10 gram and then temperature of ice is 0 degrees Celsius and final temperature for all these is T is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. ये हमने maintain रखना है. In first part, what they have asked about the total mass of water in calorimeter. So, total mass of water in calorimeter at 20 degrees Celsius is this calorimeter, weight of calorimeter. This is the weight of water. This is the weight of water, it means 100 gram. But only this gram of water is present in calorimeter? No. This ice is also melted. So we need to add this ice also. It means 110 gram of water in the calorimeter is present at the temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. In second part, heat released by water and calorimeter. Heat released by first water and then calorimeter. How much? MC delta T. So in the case of water, M is given as 100, C is given as 4.2 and then temperature. Temperature is 30. Temperature of water is 30. So it means 30 minus 20. Plus calorimeter. In the case of calorimeter, mass is given as 10, C is given as 0.4 and temperature we are going to take the same 30 minus 20. So we can take them common also. This is 420 and then 30 minus 10 is 10. Then this is 4 and then 10. It means 4200 plus 40. 4240. This is the heat energy released. So it means its unit is joule. So 4240 is the total amount of heat released by water and then calorimeter. In third part, heat gained by ice. So heat gained by ice means heat released by these two. So heat gained by ice is equal to heat given by water and then calorimeter. We can add them here also. So 4240 joule is the amount of heat gained by ice which is given by both calorimeter and then water. In last part, we need to calculate the L. It means specific latent heat of fusion of ice. This we need to calculate here. So we know according to principle of calorimetry, heat energy given is equal to heat energy taken. Given is equal to heat energy taken. So given is we have just calculated 4240 and taken by ice. So M into L plus MC delta T. Both we need to consider because the temperature of ice is given as 0. So first it will melt at 0 degrees Celsius from ice to water and then the temperature of water will increase. So first we need to take this ml, 10 is m and L we need to calculate. Then 10 is L, C of water is 4.2 and then for delta T means कितना है 20 is the final temperature, so 20 and minus 0 is the initial temperature of ice. So 10L plus this is 42 into 20. So 10L plus 0, 4, 8, 840. So now here this is 4240 minus 840. So minus 840 I am doing like this. So after subtraction we will get 3400. So 10L is equal to 3400, which means L is equal to 340 and unit is joule per gram. So here we will get this specific latent heat of fusion of ice is 340 joule per gram. Starting with the easy one, a hot solid of mass 60 gram at 100 degrees Celsius is placed in 150 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius. While reading this numerical, we can simultaneously place them in separate groups so that our calculation gets easier. A hot solid of mass 60 gram, it means one is hot solid whose mass is given as 60 gram at 100 degrees Celsius. Temperature is given as 100 degrees Celsius and is placed in 150 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius. It means cold water and its mass is given as 150 gram. Temperature of water is 20 degrees Celsius. The final steady temperature recorded is 25. Final temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, which is in between these two. This is the lesser one, this is the greater one, this is the final temperature. Now calculate the specific heat capacity of solid. This C we need to calculate and C of water is already given and it is 4200 joule per kg per degree Celsius. But make sure all quantities should be in same SI units. It is gram, it is kg, but here it is also in gram. So we can convert either this to gram or gram to kg. So it is equal to 4.2 joule per gram per degree Celsius. Now, according to principle of calorimetry, heat energy given by hot body is equal to heat energy taken by cold water. Now given by hot body, it means this M is 60, C we need to calculate and T is 100 minus 25. T is 100 minus 25 and in this side taken by cold water M is 150, C is given as 4.2 and T is 25 minus 20. This thing is very important. You should know that final temperature is in between these two. Whenever we are writing on the hot side, then hot minus final temperature. And whenever we are writing on the cold side, then final minus cold. Now, calculation part is left. 60, C and 100 minus 25 is 75. And on this side, 150 into 4.2 into 25 minus 20 is 5. Now, C is equal to 150 into 4.2 into 5 and divided by 60 into 75. 75, 2 is 150, 2, 3 is 60, that means 30. Now 110 is there, 42, 3, 10, 3, 1, 3, 4, 12 and 14, 5. 14 is 5 is 70, then upon 100. It means 0.7. 0.7 joule per gram per Kelvin. Or you can also write it as 700 joule per kg per Kelvin. A little bit twisted numerical now. Steam at 100 degrees Celsius is passed over 1000 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius. After some time 600 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius is left and 450 gram of water at 0 degrees Celsius is formed. Here in this question, neither of the mass is given directly, neither of steam nor of ice nor of water. Calculate the specific latent heat of vaporization of steam, and specific latent heat of fusion of ice is given as 336,000 joule per kg. So let latent heat of vaporization of steam is LST. Now mass of ice melted, mass is not given directly, so mass of ice melted is how much? Initially the mass of ice is 1000 gram, and then it is given that after some time 600 gram of ice is left. 600 gram of ice is left. It means remaining converted into water. So 400 gram has been converted to water. Need to convert into kg because all the values are given in this numerical in kg. So 0.4 kg. Now next is mass of steam condensed. Condensed, initially it is given as 450 gram of water it is given, and now converted to 400 gram. It means 50 gram is converted to water. It means 0.05 kg. In first part, heat given by steam. So heat given by steam in condensing at 0 degrees Celsius. Steam is at 100 degrees Celsius and then it condenses. So here heat given by steam into condensing at 100 degrees Celsius is equal to M into L. L steam. So this we need to calculate. And now second part, heat given by water. This much of water. 0.05 kg of water into MC delta T 4200, and temperature of steam is 100 minus 0. It means after calculation 21,000 joule. This is heat given by 0.05 kg of water at 100 degrees Celsius in cooling to 0 degrees Celsius. 100 and then 0. In next part, heat taken by ice. Now heat taken by ice at 0 degrees Celsius to converted into water again at 0 degrees Celsius. It means this much phase. So again ml, formula of ml. M of water is given as, calculated we have 0.4, and L is given in the question 336,000. It means 134,400 joule is heat taken by ice in converting from 0 ice to 0 water. Now next step, heat given by steam and then heat taken by ice. Both should be equal according to principle of calorimetry. So given is 0.05 into steam, this much. Here we need to put the value of M also here. So value of M is 0.05 and then L plus this much is 21,000, and here taken by ice is 134 and 400. So 0.05 L, we need to subtract this 21,000 from the given answer here, and we will get the value 1134 and 100. So value of L is 113400 and divided by 0.05, and answer comes out to be 2268000 joule per kg. This is the latent heat of vaporization of steam. Next numerical, 1 kg of water is contained in a 1.25 kilowatt kettle. The power of kettle is given as 1.25 kilowatt. Assuming CW means specific heat capacity of water is 4.2 joule per gram per degree Celsius, and specific latent heat of vaporization 2260 joule per gram. Calculate the time taken for the temperature of water to rise from 25 degrees Celsius to its boiling point. So here the mass of water is given as 1 kg. So we are directly coming to the numerical. Heat required is equal to MC and then delta T. M is given as 1 kg of water. So 1 kg of water means 1000 gram. 1000 gram of water into value is given as 4.2 and then 100, temperature is given as 25. So 100 minus 25. It means 4200 and then 75. After calculation we will get 31500. This much joule of heat energy is required for temperature of 1 kg of water. This is 1 kg of water to rise from 25 degrees Celsius to its boiling point. This is not given directly, but we know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. In second part, power supplied by kettle. Power supplied by kettle, it is given in the statement that power is 1.25 kilowatt. So kilo means 125 and 30. After decimal cancelled. So 1250 watt is the power of kettle. Now we know that power is equal to energy upon time. But here we need to calculate time. So time is equal to energy upon power. Now energy we have just calculated 31500 and power of kettle is 1250. It means we will get 252 seconds, or we are converting to minute, 4 minute and 12 seconds. This is the time taken. Now in second part, the mass of water which evaporates per minute from the boiling water. Per minute means time is given as 1 minute. So in second part, energy supplied by kettle in 1 minute. 1 minute, or we can take 60 seconds. So power in energy is equal to power into time. So power into time, power is 1250 into time is 60 seconds. So 75,000 joule is the heat energy supplied by kettle. Now heat energy required by water. Heat energy required by water to evaporate. To evaporate is equal to m into specific latent heat of vaporization of steam. It means m into this value is also given 2260. Now it means it is equal to 2260 and mass. This is our question. Now this should be equal to the energy given by kettle. So energy given by kettle is 75,000 and here required by water is this much, mass is equal to 75,000. So it means m is equal to 75,000 divided by 2260 and we will get the value as 33.18. This is gram. So because it is mass, it should be given in gram. In next numerical, 50 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius is added to 300 gram of liquid at 30 degrees Celsius. What will be the final temperature of mixture when all the ice has melted? The specific heat capacity of liquid is given as 2.65 and water is 4.2. We know specific latent heat of fusion of ice 336 joule per gram. So two columns we require in this question. One is of ice and another is of liquid. But the liquid is not water. They have not mentioned here that this liquid is water because water is separate also. We are using because ice is converted to water. So mass of ice is given as 50 gram and temperature is given as 0 degrees Celsius. C is given as 4.2 joule per gram degree Celsius and then L is also given as 336 joule per gram. Now, in the case of liquid, mass is given as 300 gram, temperature is given as 30 degrees Celsius and C is 2.65 joule per gram degree Celsius. And T we need to calculate. When all the ice is melted, calculate the final temperature. In this question, this we need to calculate. Now, heat energy uh, taken by ice is equal to heat energy given by liquid, not water, liquid, given by liquid. So given by ice is ml plus mc delta T, and liquid is mc delta T. For distinguish between them, we can take m dash c dash symbols for liquid. Now m is given as 50, this is 336 plus 50, c is 4.2, and temperature is T we don't know, but we know that T minus 0 because we know the temperature of ice is given. Now in this case also 300 is the mass given, C dash is 2.65, and then temperature of this is 30. 30 minus final. Final we don't know, we take it as it is T. Now this for calculation 50 into 336, it means 16800 plus this is 210 T and is equal to on that side 795. This is 30 minus T. So we can transpose the terms. On this side we can simplify this also. 23850 minus 795 T. Now this will come to this 210 plus 795 T is equal to 23850 and minus 16800. After subtracting, we will get the value 7050, and here after adding 1005 T. Now T is 7050 divided by 1005 and its value is 7.0149, or we can take it as approximately equal to 7.015, and more appropriately we can also take it as 7 degrees Celsius. So the final temperature is equal to 7 degrees Celsius in this numerical. In next numerical, a mass of 40 gram of brass of specific heat capacity 0.85 joule per gram per Kelvin is heated in an oven and then transferred into 240 gram of water at 30 degrees Celsius in a calorimeter of mass 60 gram. Mass of calorimeter is also given and specific heat capacity of calorimeter is 0.4 joule per gram per Kelvin. If final temperature T is equal to 50 degrees Celsius, what was the temperature of oven? So here we need to make 3 columns, one of hot body, next is of cold body, and then copper calorimeter. So mass of hot body is given as 40 gram. Temperature we need to calculate. C1 is given as 0.85 joule per gram per Kelvin. And for cold body, mass is given as 240 gram. Temperature is given as 30 degrees Celsius and C is 4.2 into 4.2. We are taking all values in CGS unit, joule per gram per Kelvin. And for copper calorimeter, mass is given as 60 gram, temperature is given as 30 gram, and which is a cold body, equal to the cold body. Temperature of copper calorimeter is not given, but we are taking them equal to the this temperature of cold body. And specific heat capacity of this is 0.4 joule per gram per Kelvin. Now temperature of oven we need to calculate. So temperature of oven we are taking is equal to the temperature of hot body. This we need to calculate. So it means we need to calculate the temperature of hot body. Now heat lost by hot body, heat lost or heat given by hot body is equal to heat gained by cold body and plus heat gained by copper calorimeter also. So lost by hot body is equal to M is 40, C is 0.85 and T is T minus 50 degrees Celsius. This is given that final temperature is equal to 50 degrees Celsius. So T minus 50. is equal to hot body. For hot body, M is 240, C is 4.2, and temperature is final means 50 minus 30. And same temperature will remain in the calorimeter, but mass of calorimeter is 60 and specific heat capacity is 0.4 and temperature same. So now for calculation part, 40 into 0.85 and T minus 50 on LHS, and on right hand side calculation of this is 20160 plus 480. It means 20640 divided by T minus 50. This will come to the denominator here, 40 into 0.85, and after calculation 607.50, but 50 is also here, so plus 50, it means 657.50 degrees Celsius. So this is the temperature of oven, which is equal to the temperature of the hot body. Temperature of the copper calorimeter is equal to the temperature of the cold body here, and temperature of oven is equal to the temperature of hot body. Next numerical, steam at 100 degrees Celsius passed through a hole drilled in a 2 kg block of ice at 0 degrees Celsius. It means mass is not given directly here also. After some time, 1.5 kg of ice at 0 degrees Celsius is left and 562.5 gram of water is formed at 0 degrees Celsius. Calculate the specific latent heat of vaporization of steam, and latent heat of fusion of ice is given as 80 calorie per gram. And specific heat capacity of water is also given in calorie is equal to 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. So here we again need to calculate mass of ice melted. कितनी हुई है, पहले कितनी दी गई थी हमारे को, 2 kg block of ice. 2 kg means 2000 gram, and then remaining ice is 1.5 kg of ice. So 1.5 means 1500. It means 500 gram of ice is melted. Now mass of steam condensed is equal to 562.5 gram. So mass of steam here is 562 and then minus this 500, because this water is being converted from ice, and steam condensed is total minus this which is converted from ice. So this we need to subtract. It means 62.5 gram of is the mass of steam. This part is very important here. Now heat given by steam. If we first we know the mass, then calculation will be correct. Heat given by steam is equal to M into L. So what is the value of M? It is 62.5 into L. Now heat given by 62.5 gram of water at 100 degrees Celsius in cooling to 0 degrees Celsius, from 100 to 0. It means temperature is getting changed. So MC delta T. 62.5 is M. C is given in calories. So here we are taking it as 1, and then 100 minus 0 is 100, which is equal to 6250 joule. Now heat taken, third part, heat taken by ice in melting is equal to 500 is the mass given and value of L is 80. So it means 40,000 joule. 40,000 joule is the heat taken by ice in melting at 0 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. Now heat given by steam and water both. Heat is given by steam and water both is equal to heat taken by ice. So heat given by steam is, first is 62.5 L, and then second is this much 6250 joule, and it is equal to heat taken by ice is 40,000. So 62.5 L, subtracting this value we will get 33750. So L is 33750 divided by 62.5 and value is 540 calorie per gram. So 540 calorie per gram is the L. It means latent heat of vaporization of steam. A little bit different numerical. A lead bullet traveling at 300 meter per second hits the target and brought to rest by the retarding force. Calculate rise in temperature of bullet. Now you will say, मैम ये कैलोरीमेट्री के न्यूमेरिकल हैं, इसमें रिटार्डिंग फोर्स कहाँ से आ गया, बट हम इनको कोरिलेट करेंगे. हमें स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी ऑफ लेड इज गिवन है 0.13 जूल पर केजी पर डिग्री सेल्सियस. So we know that kinetic energy is being converted to heat energy. So kinetic energy is equal to, question asked is heat energy taken by bullet. कितनी गर्म हो जाएगा, कितना टेम्परेचर में चेंज आएगा. So kinetic energy we know the formula half mv square is equal to heat energy taken by bullet. It means mc delta t. M of bullet is not given, but we know that it is same, so we can get they can get cancelled. So v square is equal to 2c and delta t. Here values are given. Value of v is given as 300, so 300 square is equal to 2. Value of c is given as 1 and value of c is given as 0.13. So it means converting to gram 130 and then delta t. So value of delta t is equal to 300 into 300 divided by 2 into 130. So 150. So delta t is equal to 346.1 degrees Celsius. This is the rise in temperature of the bullet. कोई भी चीज जब एनर्जी के साथ चलती है तो उसके अंदर हीट राइज होती है, उसको शो करने के लिए न्यूमेरिकल है कि जब वो गोली रुकी टारगेट के अंदर, रिटार्डिंग फोर्स लगा तो उसका टेम्परेचर गर्म हो गया. आपने फील तो किया ही होगा, हीट एनर्जी इम्पार्ट हो जाती है. इसी के जैसा एक और क्वेश्चन जो हम एमसीक्यू के लिए कवर कर सकते हैं. 2000 calorie of heat energy is supplied. Q is given as 2000 calorie. Heat is supplied to 200 gram of mass is given as 200 gram of water. Find the rise in temperature of water. C is given as 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. Now Q is equal to mc delta T. Value of Q is given as 2000. Value of M is 200. Value of C is 1. And we just need to calculate delta T here. So we will get 10. So 10 degrees Celsius is equal to delta T. We cannot forget that these type of questions can also be covered in MCQ or 2-marker questions also. I hope you have understood all these numericals. Now I am giving a few numericals for your practice. Try to solve them and give your answers in the comment section. If you still have any problem, I will try to solve it. Thank you for watching till the end. Keep watching, sharing and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.